Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Infallible, Season 2, Episode 2. We're finally back from our hiatus. Actually, if you're following from the episodes as we record them, then this won't even seem like a hiatus because we took a hiatus before we uploaded the season finale. But we're back recording now, and our exams are finally finished. So how do you lot feel?
Right.
Okay.
Yes, it feels gay. I knew it.
Thank you very much. I'm glad we're all still in the swing of things. You know, it's been a while, so we're gonna be a bit off because we haven't done this in so long. But we have a special guest this time, Junayd.
Honestly, it's great to be back, but I hear that it hasn't been doing so well without me.
We need
No,
our
I
stories.
Told you that.
You've been hearing. I think you misheard. It's been doing brilliant without you, but now that
We
you've
won an
come back-
award, bro.
Yeah, we won an award.
We won an
You won an award.
I'm actually
Interesting award.
I'm actually very surprised you won that.
Honestly,
Nah,
we can talk
everyone-
about
Everyone knows that I carry this podcast, man. Everyone knows.
that. You win the debates, all right? I do the behind the scenes work. You do the above the camera work. It works,
did
all right?
Ibrahim puts the effort in. I put the. I don't know.
The
I'll
brains.
put the spice in.
Do
You put the brains in,
double
I
the,
put the effort in.
Do you put double the effort?
I
What,
put,
me?
you know what? Who?
Who you talk about, Junayd?
You.
Me, Sohna.
You didn't help, bro.
No, digest.
I do no effort, man. I'm literally just making thumbnails.
Bro,
I'm just
I do
making-
everything. Yeah, I do literally. You do the uploading. I do everything else. I set up the event.
What?
I come up with the ideas. I
I
set
made
up
the logo.
I record.
I made the logo,
You did make the logo. That's fair.
and I'm always handling the uploading and the description and the thumbnail and everything like that.
Yeah,
so-
you're the on visible site. I'm the behind the scenes guy. Recording and
Exactly.
editing is my, and the Instagram, I guess.
I think I got the hardest job. Let's be real.
Yeah, there hasn't been a single podcast without your music, Salah. It's pretty good.
Hardest
It-
job.
We've gone to a point where we can't live without it now. It's bad. But anyway, Salad and Sohna are here too. I don't know. It's not something to be excited about.
Uh-huh.
You guys gonna say anything?
No, we're
Good to
fine.
be back. You know, nothing like that.
No,
No.
we're good. We're good.
Yeah.
All right. Well, today we're talking about school because school is finally over for us. Well,
Yeah.
education has
Wow.
ended, of course. We got to go into crippling debt next. But before we go into crippling debt, while we're in this period, how do you lot feel? Free? Anything? Do something
Yeah.
positive?
I'm scared to go in debt.
Huh? Are you
I'm
scared to go in
scared
debt?
I'm scared to go to debt.
I'm not gonna lie, yeah. Ibrahim doesn't need to be afraid because he's gonna go after a psychology degree, and you don't need to pay off debt. And you don't need to pay off
seriously?
debt if you don't
Wait, I
earn
don't?
over a certain amount in it. So.
Oh,
yeah,
that's like.
yeah.
I thought you were gonna say something positive, but look, man. How many times do they say it's not about the money? All right, it's not about the money. You gotta do something you
I'm
enjoy.
I'm joking. So, but you better get a higher grade in psychology than me, mate, because this is your thing, innit?
Oh shit, man! Honestly, look, man. Forensics is gonna bring me down, man. Forensics was bad.
Do you guys still get the feeling that you have something to do, even though you don't?
Exactly. Yeah, that's
No,
my
I
problem.
have something to do.
What context are you talking in?
Like, so I'm randomly sitting on the sofa, and I think, oh, I got to revise in like half an hour, and then I realize there's nothing to revise for.
That's literally me.
I did.
I have two. I have two main thoughts. Number one is I have too much time now. Like I don't know what to fill this time with.
Same.
And number two, oh shit, it's 12 o'clock right now. I've got about 12 hours to revise. Then I'll go to sleep at 1 o'clock, and then I'll repeat it tomorrow. I'm like, no, there's nothing to revise for. There's nothing there.
Yeah, there's nothing left now.
Cool.
kinda-
Unless we fail, I guess, and reset. That's
I feel like I've just been basically going swimming, and that's it.
Swimming?
Fun.
Yeah.
I've been playing
Swimming.
cricket.
Take Junayd with you.
Oh, shut up.
But Junayd, can you actually swim, Junayd?
Yes,
Or
I
is it
can.
like?
No, yeah, I can.
But does it make it more
He
difficult? though?
float.
No?
No, he floats. He can't sink.
Junaid, you do that
But-
thing, you know the pro athlete swimmers, how they like move their body, like you know how they do it, like a jellyfish. You do that, innit?
You guys know about Lya Thomas?
Lya Thomas.
Yeah.
I
Wait.
think I've heard of it.
She's like the transgender swimmer.
Oh
Okay,
yeah.
Oh.
Didn't they make a law
Yeah.
about that? Didn't like the national swimming community like properly ban transgender people?
Yeah.
Ooh.
Do you know how gassed my mum was? She was like,
Oh,
"Oh
no, you
my
can't do
days,
that.
Yeah, that was a W, man. That's a W.
that's a problem." Well, I'm not gonna say anything because I don't want to get cancelled for future in case someone finds
I'm
it.
saying it. I'll say it loud and proud. Transgender makes
No,
zero
'cause
sense. All right.
if I was part of the Nazi regime like 100 years
Okay,
ago,
well,
and
Whoa.
they were making derogatory statements about Jews, yeah, I wouldn't say anything just in case this get discovered and I get prosecuted. Same thing right now, man. Same thing right now.
I think you made a bit of a jump, to be honest.
No, you guys think that, but watch, man. Society's ever changing. You guys don't
Oh, man.
understand. This could
Look,
be considered like a hate crime in like 20 years.
Look, I'm saying it loud and proud. All right. Transgender equals delusion. I'm saying it, bruv.
Well,
I mean, we talked about it last time, and I
It's
said a few things that transgender people probably wouldn't enjoy very much because I kind of
it's recognized as a dysphoria, isn't it? By psychology.
by the ICD, was it? As long as it
Uh,
causes you harm.
Well, in
DCM.
in
It's a DCM, isn't it?
in the DCM it's gender dysphoria, but in the ICD it's gender identity disorder. So they're like two distinct
Oh.
things. Yeah.
But they base off the same like transgender ideology, right?
Yeah, but I think dysphoria is actively harmful to your health, which is what the ICD removed. So they instead made
Oh.
it gender identity disorder, which means it's not actively harmful to your health, but it's like an unmatching of gender and sex. Whereas in the DSM, it's like actively dangerous to your health because it causes depression and stuff like that.
Yeah, I'm glad I'm glad we're increasing that mental conditions now. But at least on the bright side, it's the 1st of July. Pride Month is over. We're finally done for a year.
Oh, I never knew it was happening.
I went on TikTok recently because I stopped using it for the entire exam period, and literally all of them were just transgender and transgender
right.
and Roe v. Wade because of Roe v. Wade, and
Oh, that was. Oh, yeah. We should talk about that next episode.
that's next time. Then it's
Anyway.
moral dilemmas. Then it's movies. If anyone's wondering, that's
I
the
have
plan
to
right now.
movies. We have to.
Anyway.
Yeah,
EK
movies
has
is coming.
closed that. EK has
Anyway,
closed
today
it.
we've been in school for basically our entire lives. So today I wanted to ask you lot, now that we're turning a new page in our lives, well, some of us anyway, how I wanted to hear some stories, and I don't mind going first because I have quite a few. But
I like how you said
embarrassing stories, funny stories, any stories that are interesting. I know Junayd's probably got a lot to contribute.
I like how you said some of us, Ibs, because of what Junayd won on Friday. last
Oh
Friday.
yeah, Junayd.
I'm thinking of it. So shut up.
Junayd, I can't wait to see you become a janitor in like 5
Oh
years.
yeah. Junayd is gonna work in the business department. You guys don't get that, man. He's gonna
Junayd,
be he's gonna be teaching like revenue equals profit
You know-
plus whatever.
You know,
Junayd,
apparently-
working under Miss O'Sullivan's going to be a death sentence, bro.
Yeah, you know, she actually wants me to come back.
Yeah, I am never coming.
Because you
back,
do what she
sorry.
says, man. You do
She
actually
wants
do
me
what she
to-
says.
I'm gonna be too busy running the country because I'll be prime minister.
Yeah. For anyone who doesn't know, for the people who are watching, we basically had an awards ceremony, and Junayd won most likely to come back to the school for work, and
As a teacher,
Sohna
yeah.
and Rajveer won most likely to be prime minister.
Yeah. Can you imagine being Rajveer
For the Tories.
battling it out in the House of like Lords?
I always think about, you know, that guy who went against Boris Johnson and he talked about racism. You know him, and he talked
What?
about how everyone used to call him like turban head or something.
Yeah, it was
Is it?
Towelhead. It was Towelhead.
Towel head. Oh yeah, towel head. And like he
Towelhead,
came
it was
from like
Towelhead.
La La Land or something. I don't remember what they said.
It's the MP of Slough.
I just imagine him whenever I think of Raj, and I imagine, you know, that guy that MP that got caught watching porn in the House of Commons.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I remember
Oh,
him too.
what-
Whenever I think
what-
of Raj,
You know what? I'll get a picture.
Sally, that got you interested.
You know what?
I gotta meet this guy.
It wasn't. You know what? For that guy, yeah, it wasn't the act of actually watching porn. It was just watching it in the wrong place. Like,
Why? How down bad can you be to be watching?
You know-
porn in
you
the
know-
House of
I
Commons?
think he's trying to make
You
a
know-
statement.
like you could do whatever you want at home, innit? Yeah, watch whatever you want. But like, in the House of like Commons or Lords or whatever, yeah, there's like a certain protocol. Like,
I know. It's so
You know what
That
I mean?
was
You
so
can't
bored.
do that. I'm sorry, you can't.
it's such a
That
weird
was
thing
so
to do
bored
as
and
well.
so horny.
Anyway,
That was bored.
You could have just gotten up and left. Like, you didn't have to be there.
what was I gonna say? I was gonna say something.
That
You
was
know,
horny,
recently,
so.
yeah,
Yeah.
recently. This has got nothing to do with school, by the way. It's just my own like feeling. Because we should really start talking about school now. But
Yeah.
and you could tell us your stories first, Ibrahim. But I just wanted to say
Mm.
that I've recently started
Believing in God.
feeling
Yeah.
feeling at crisis in my identity
Yeah,
Oh
believing in
no.
God.
Sexual
because
identity.
because I really don't like India as much as all of you know that, right? I
Oh,
really
yeah.
don't like India.
Managed.
I think it's a corrupt state with nationalists and racists.
I don't like
Well, India
Pakistan
is
either.
apparently the most racist country in the world.
I don't really consider
That has to be
Pakistan
Saudi
because
Arabia, surely.
Pakistan is basically just India, but its own little thing.
State.
Whoa, that's fighting words, bro. Fighting words.
It is, man. It's the same thing. Anyway,
Honestly, I don't know why I'm defending it when I don't like it.
but I also don't like Britain either because
No,
What?
don't.
Britain has a terrible colonial
History.
history,
Yeah.
like colonialism.
And we
Agreed.
don't have stable leaders either.
Yeah, we have like crackheads that we nominate as
Yeah.
our leaders.
Kind of
Aren't they
like-
going through?
I
Aren't they going
actually
through a
don't
crisis
know.
right now too?
I don't know where I belong anymore. Basically,
Isn't there a crisis going on with like the Bill of Rights
Hell,
now
hell.
too? Like, there's the president wanted, like, prime minister wants to introduce like a different law, and it's gonna impede on human rights or something. I don't remember. There's something like that in the news right now.
well, for overturning Roe versus
No,
Wade.
no, that's America. I'm talking about UK. There's like a new like I'll look it up. There's like a
Oh,
new
Northern
Bill of
Ireland,
Rights.
isn't it? Northern Ireland, is that what you're talking about?
No, there's like a Bill of Rights. Hang on, I'll check.
I heard about the Northern Ireland thing.
Yeah.
If you don't know about it,
Boris.
it's fine. I didn't know much about it either, to be honest. I don't follow the news now that we don't do Nitbag News anymore.
Oh, really?
Bill of Rights. It's the new thing that they're making to replace something, and then it basically takes them away from the EU as well. So like because you know how the EU has its own like court system.
Mm.
Basically, the UK doesn't have to follow that anymore. So you know how UK was shipping off what's it called immigrants to Rwanda.
No.
And then the EU stepped in and was like, all right, hold on, that's a bit mad, don't do that. Well, with this new Bill of Rights, they don't have to listen to the EU anymore. And there's a bunch of other things I remember seeing.
Well, yeah, that makes sense with Brexit.
But there was also stuff about transgender, how they're going to take those rights away, which I think that's a W personally, but people getting angry. And there was a bunch of other
Come
things.
on, you can't take rights away from transgenders.
Well, it was
That's not fair.
about basically saying that until you turn 18, you can't legally change your gender, something like that. Which I
I
think
guess
is fine.
it's
legally change your gender or go through the surgery.
I'm not too sure. I'd rather not lie. I'm not too sure. I think it's
'Cause I
legally
don't-
change your gender.
I don't care about legally changing your gender, but I do care about the surgery. So
What do you
I
think
would
it should be
support-
earlier or younger?
No,
Like,
it
younger or
should be-
later?
you should definitely be older when you're taking surgery. At least
That's what
18.
I think too. That's what I
At
think
least
too. Yeah.
18, because you haven't fully developed a sense of yourself yet.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
For
So you
legal
could be
changing,
making a
yeah.
horrible mistake. You could be making a horrible mistake, and you like regret it for the rest of your life. There's nothing you could do now.
For legal changing, I could see 16 because, you know, I feel like at that point you do have a general identity. But for surgery, absolutely not. Like 18 is definitely the
Yeah.
benchmark for that.
Yeah, I
But
think
it is
18
kind of funny
fair.
when it comes to rules like this, how like these people making the rules have been 16 and 18 themselves. They know what like the maturity is at that age. Yet they
Because-
sometimes make questionable age differences. It's kind of weird to see.
Yeah, because it's. I think it's. Your phone's up. I think
Oh.
it's because that basically you're making a life-changing decision.
Hmm,
You know what I mean? And no child should make a life-changing decision.
definitely.
No, like regardless of how it is, if it's gonna affect them forever and they can't reverse it, no
Yeah.
child should be making a decision like that, regardless of gender. So, like, basically, it groups into that.
Yeah, no, that makes sense. Honestly. I also
Anyway,
think
yeah,
even if you have the parents' consent, it shouldn't work. But we're getting a bit off topic.
yeah,
now.
yeah.
School stories. Let's talk about school, lads. So who wants to go first? Me?
I think
guess so,
Junayd.
yeah.
No,
Junayd?
I'm
Save the
still
best for last.
You're thinking?
Save the best for last.
Okay, fine.
So-
Junayd's got the best for last. Fine, Ibrahim, you start then.
All right. Should I tell all of them or just one? How are we doing this? You want?
Well, your best one,
Depends.
innit?
All right. Well, out of when it comes to my school career, there's 4 main stories that people never let me forget. The 2 small ones are when the lockers fell on me in year 6, which basically happened like there was these like metal lockers that they installed, but for some reason they were like these little boxes. It was like the size of like, it wasn't really a locker that you see in movies. It was quite small. You could only fit your bag in it. But for some reason, I don't know why, but they didn't drill them to the wall, so it was just like standing there. So one time I pull my bag out and I pull it really hard, and it finally comes out, and the entire locker just falls on top of me like a heavy metal locker. A group of them, like there's a huge like wall of them. They all fall on me. And I don't know, there was like, it was like a few centimeters away from my neck. I don't think anything would have happened. I wasn't very injured, but they were very, very heavy. And so like they had to get like a bunch of teachers to pull it up. And it was a very worrying thing. But after that, once they learned the hard way with me being the victim, then they bolted it to the wall. I don't know why they didn't do it earlier, but that was in primary
And
school.
did you
What
die?
I mean, I might have died. Who knows?
what what
I should
primary
have
was
sued
that?
them, you know. I should have.
What primary was that?
Barley Lane. You know Barley Lane? That used to be the good Barley Lane too. Now it's gone downhill. So I think it
Every
speaks
school's gone
leagues.
downhill.
That's a small one. The other small one is when I got pushed into the curtains in year 7. And basically this one isn't very specific, but people don't let me forget it. But basically there was this girl. I'm not going to mention her name.
Oh.
But basically someone pushed me into her, and then I was like, it wasn't me, I didn't do it. And then she just pushes me into the curtains for no reason. And everyone just laughed at me for that, and I've never lived that one down. But for the big
got humbled.
stories, yeah, I got humbled by year 7 girl. But for the big
Well,
stories,
actually, you know what? In year 7, yeah, girls and boys are around the same strength. I'm not gonna lie.
yeah, pretty much, right? Pretty much.
Yeah.
That's what I tell myself every night anyway. Whenever I remember the story, I tell myself that. But the 2 big ones are the remote story, where I stole air quotations
Yeah.
the remote, and the other one is when I yeah.
In your defense, you didn't steal it.
Yeah, I'll get to that. And the other one is when I first had a girlfriend and I abandoned her in a fish and chip shop because I wasn't mentally ready for it.
Wow.
So those are the 2 big stories, and they're both very embarrassing.
Got a picture of that in the fish and chip shop.
Alright, which one do you want?
Wait,
Which one do you want?
I
Fish and
was-
chips
I was-
or remote first?
I
Remote.
would say,
That one's
yeah,
good.
do the remote because I
Remote?
think the fish and chips is
It's a
too.
long story.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, go
Yeah,
on.
fish and chips is quite a long story, yeah. Alright, remote. So, you know how in school we have these like, you know whenever they use a whiteboard, the interactive whiteboards, they have the remotes, right?
Yeah.
Well, basically in like,
yeah.
this is year 11. Was it year 11 or year 10?
It was year 10. It was year 10.
Year 10, yeah.
It was more than me. I was
So
there.
I
I was there.
I was in the class when it happened.
Oh, great. Yeah, oh, that's great then.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, you were next to me, Junayd. Oh, shit.
No, I
no.
was sitting next to you.
Oh, shit. Oh, well, basically, right. In year 10, people started stealing these remotes. I don't know if you've noticed, Sohna, but when you look at the remotes, they're like on the stand now, like they're attached to the wall.
Yeah, they're bolted
Yeah.
to the wall, aren't they?
That's
Yeah,
because
no.
of me. That's because of us. Because they used to have them just flying, like just leaving them on the table, and people used to take them. And by people, I mean like 4 people. And I was not one of them. I was a good boy. I didn't steal the remote, right? But there was this guy. He was a friend of mine, and we'll call him G. We'll call him G. We'll call him G,
Number
right?
2.
He's still in school right now, by the way. If you're wondering, he had to sit a year back.
Put the name in the. Text me the name. Text
Alright.
me the name.
I'll
You won't know him though.
send the full name.
On what?
Text him the full name.
On Discord. Text it on Discord.
I'll
say-
send in the bot
send
chat.
him
I'll send in the
full
bot chat. I'd
I'll send him
I'd be
the full
super surprised if you even knew who he was though. It's in bot.
name. How do you spell the first name?
I have to say that was actually quite sad. But then it was so stupid how you got called that as well.
Yeah. So basically, right, what happened is I didn't steal a remote. People used to think that I
What
did.
a name, though. What a name.
People think that I stole it. I didn't steal it. Here's what happened. You know how they have those assemblies where they're like, oh, if someone even tries to hand you a knife just to borrow it for a little bit or drugs, don't take it. Because if it's caught on your person, you'll be blamed for it. You know that whole thing? Don't even hold it for a second. Well, I basically did that with the remote. Oh, can you hold this for me for one day and you can use it? And he gave it to me, a remote that he stole. I think I just said his name, by the way. I might have to bleep that out now.
Oh wow!
Don't worry, I can bleep that out in
Blur
editing. I can bleep that out in editing. I'll bleep out in editing.
Yeah.
I've done it before. Alright, well basically, he gave me the remote and
Oh, I know him. I know him, by the way. I know him.
You know,
I know
he gave me
him.
the remote
He's-
in front of Nisa, and I took it like an idiot. And then the thing is, I was incredibly bad at being stealthy. There's
Oh,
one
yeah?
thing you need to know about
I
me.
can imagine Ibrahim being stealthy, you know.
There's one thing you need to know about me. I'm very late to the party in everything when it comes to growth. I hit my growth spurt early, I grew tall early, and with that comes mental maturity. I matured mentally very late compared to everyone else.
Oh,
So, right, so you know when jokes stop being funny? Well, then I
Yeah.
was entering the age where I found them funny. Things like that. So I was very cringy and stuff. But basically, I took this remote, and I wasn't mentally mature enough to be sly yet. So I basically acted like a little kid with it, and I started playing with it. And then it got caught in my pocket in geography. And Junayd was next to me, and then they literally just took it from me. And then, and the teacher, should I say the name of the teacher? I don't know.
No, don't.
Well, basically, she
not.
took it, and this is like the first time I've ever seen her angry. And then
Oh,
we went through the rest of the lesson. I basically just sat there. I don't
I
think
don't
I could. I don't think I could focus.
I
But
don't
then-
think she was angry though.
She didn't look angry, but she didn't like seem angry, but she looked angry. She looked fuming.
She looked disappointed. That's the word.
Yeah.
She looked disappointed.
Yeah.
Yeah,
She wasn't pissed off. She was disappointed.
yeah.
Like,
So
Ibrahim, I expect so
No,
much more
No,
from you.
do you know what it was? No. Basically, he had it in his blazer pocket in the
Yeah.
the pocket that's on the chest. And then
Inside, yeah.
he started like pressing buttons and stuff. And I remember what happened. The teacher went to go and switch the PowerPoint to the next slide, and the board kept freezing, and she never touched the remote. So she was like, "Why does it keep freezing?" So she was looking around, trying to find out like what's making it freeze. And
Yeah.
as she was doing it, she could see Ibrahim just pressing something in his pocket. So she then asked him to see his pocket, and then out came the remote.
It's like I said, I was not very subtle at all. Like,
You're not very bright, Ibrahim, are you?
look, man, I told you I'm late to the party. Okay, I got
did
there in
tell
the
you.
end, hopefully.
I have to say that he did apologize, and then from what from what she actually said to me after, she sorted it out, but then she said because he wasn't the one that stole it, it was given to him. She
Yeah.
was gonna let it off.
No, well, here's what happened. After the lesson was over, they took me to. I'm gonna say this name. I'm gonna have to blur it, but they took me to Mr.
Oh,
Now that's a death sentence, bruv. That's a death sentence. And
Yeah, I would laugh at him. I'm not gonna lie. I would laugh.
he took me. She took me, and then I on the way I tried to explain to her. I was like, "I missed. You're not gonna believe me, but I didn't steal it." She didn't believe me, like I said. And then so we went there, and for some reason in my head, like I said, not brightest tool in the shed. I said, "Okay, I'm gonna defend. I'm gonna pretend like I stole it, or like I'm gonna pretend like I'm the one to blame for it."
You're
Right?
an idiot. You're actually an idiot.
All right, thank you,
Sorry.
Mr. Hindsight. Thank you. Look, it has a happy ending, okay? Just listen out, all right? Well, basically, I tried to take the blame, and then he's like, "We know you didn't steal it, so you might as well tell. Otherwise, you're just gonna suffer." And I decided, no, I'm not gonna tell. I'm not gonna do it. So they gave me an internal.
they
Right?
gave internal for it.
Yeah, they gave me an internal. But here's what happened. I said his name again. I'm
Well,
giving myself more work to do. Like I'm gonna have to edit this in the
You
future.
know what? Make it easy. Make it easier by saying the name and then just edit it after.
Yeah, but now I'm gonna have to like, do that. Okay, so G said he came to me personally. He told me he admitted he was like, "Oh, in lesson, he put the blame on me, so I was destined to get caught anyway."
Oh,
And that was the final
Yeah.
straw. I was like, "Okay, I'm gonna tell on you." And then so because of that, the two things happened. Number one, they understood, and then for my internal, basically during internal, you're not supposed to be able to go anywhere during break and lunch. But for
Unless
me,
the teacher says you-
yeah, no, but for me, because I didn't steal it, they said, "All right, we're still gonna give you the internal because you did mess with it, but we're gonna let you have your break and lunch off, and we won't record this for you. Like this won't go on your record. So you just do your punishment, and we'll call it
Not
even,
like
and we'll
that,
forget it."
wait. How old are you, Ibrahim? Yeah.
This was
Year 10, and I just turned 18 now, so year 10.
Shall I tell you the biggest secret
15?
right now that I
Yeah.
learned? Yeah, because a lot of my family members are teachers.
Yeah,
Oh, lovely.
there is no
There is-
record.
I'm
There
surprised
is
at
no
the
such
doctors.
thing. Yeah, there's no such thing as a record.
I know.
No,
I've always
thing.
questioned the permanent record. Like, there's no way it exists. But yeah,
no
that's
such
what they
thing.
told me. Obviously, at the time, I believed it because
It's
everyone
actually
believes
a
it.
lie. It's not like the school has like a file cabinet of like folders with your surnames in it, and like they're flicking through it to see, and then they pull it out. And there's like a dossier of your mugshot and like all your past crimes.
You know, it's also a lie.
No
Yeah,
one
so
has
just-
time for that.
Yeah,
No one
so
has time for that. Trust me,
yeah.
there's no such thing as this permanent record rubbish.
Yeah, in that
I
folder, it's
know.
got his expired passport.
You know, it's also a lie. The fact that they say, criminals are going to come up to you with drugs and be like, do you want to try some drugs? Nah, fam, they're too
yeah.
expensive. They can't offer free trials. They're too expensive. I'll sell it, bro.
That's a lie. I've never
yeah.
experienced that. I never
Yeah,
experienced
it's not real. It doesn't happen.
pressure to like you know. I feel like drugs have become uncool almost for most.
I know,
Recently,
yeah.
yeah.
Every time you see
Like-
someone vaping, you just feel bad for them.
Yeah.
Immediately you think, "Wow, you're a poor decision maker."
Yeah,
I know,
a lot
yeah.
of people vape now, and it's like, bro, like, do you want to die early or what?
I know, it's like so stupid as well. Like, what's the point? I don't get it.
That's
But
not
yeah,
why I'm
basically-
getting
No,
all
man.
the idiots in the world.
Two things
Yeah, that's
happened.
fine.
First, I got off like lightly, and secondly, I decided, you know what? I'm not gonna cut. I'm gonna keep friend because he actually came to me, and I respected that. And also, I'm terrible at holding grudges. Like, I'm absolutely atrocious at it. So I forgave him for it because of that. And then things happened, but it's not really relevant to this story because a lot of people started to hate him for that, and I defended him because I'm a good pal, I'm a good friend.
You're a suck up.
All right, so don't rain on my parade. All right, I'm trying to give a good deed here. Good deed.
No, you're
Basically,
just
yeah,
afraid.
That's what happened.
You're afraid. You're afraid to be not friends with. That's it.
Look, man, I don't even talk. You just said his name, bro. You said his name.
Hey, just mute it, man. Relax on it.
You know how long it takes me to edit this? All right, cool, whatever. Well, basically, yeah. What else is there to the story? I got off lightly. No one ever forgot it. You know, in chemistry, like literally this year, this happened in year 10, year 13 chemistry. I wasn't paying attention in lesson, and all the girls turned around and started laughing at me. I was like, what's happening? And they were like, did you steal the remote? And I was like,
What,
well,
like
I'm
3
glad
years
I'm glad
later?
we're still talking about this. This is still a thing.
What, like 3 years later, then bring it up?
Yeah, people still talk about it like all the time. I've told you, this is one of those things that people never let me forget. Ever. So yeah, that's the story of the remote, and ever since then they've all been bolted to the wall. About the other people that stole the remotes, after I got caught, they would got rid of them. Like they would just threw them in the bin. Like they were too scared, so they would just got rid of them.
This is a secret, but I was the one who got rid of one of the remotes.
Oh yeah, you and
Yeah, I actually got rid of one.
nice
I had
salad.
to
You watch me bite the dust, yeah. Like I took the blame for all of you. I took the fall for all of you. I fell on the sword for you lot.
You weren't very sneaky.
Me and Jan fell on the sword because Jan got an actual exclusion. Now I'm just saying his name. I'm gonna edit it off anyway.
I won't say the name. So, but
Thank
G.
you.
I don't get it.
When you're walking
I
around,
don't,
it's
I don't
exposing
get
you.
it. I don't
What-
get it. With him,
What don't you get?
he acts all big and bad, but around other people, he looks scared.
No, man,
That's
don't.
what it is.
Listen, we're not here to cuss people behind their back.
Yeah, we had
Okay.
to talk about the story.
We're not here to do that. Also,
So
I've seen
that's the story
I've seen
of how
him.
stupid I was in the remote story. Moral of the story is don't take the blame for other people if you don't commit a crime. Don't hold remotes for others, and don't be so obvious like I was.
Shall I tell you something? Shall I tell you something honest, Junayd? Yeah. When you see, when you say that, when you see someone acting bad, but in reality they're not really like that.
Yeah.
You should feel sorry for them. You should feel bad for them because
Well,
you
that's
know
true.
that they're obviously not coping really well with this environment, right? And there are so many students that I can name in our school that act like that. So many. You already
Many.
Not me.
when I say acting bad but not really being bad, you can already think of like 3 or 4 boys in your
Yeah,
head
that's
right
true.
now, and because they
Yeah.
get pressured to be a certain way and they want to seem cool in front of their friends, and that's really sad to look at.
There's a certain boy that we talk to quite a bit who talks about his ops a lot.
Yeah,
What?
I won't say
I
his
know you're
name.
talking about. I know
No.
The guy who looked at your penis in the toilet.
And you know what? I feel
Oh
bad.
yeah,
Wow.
he
And
he
that's
caught
why
Junayd
whenever-
lacking in the toilet.
That's why whenever he comes over and he wants to talk to us, I'm never belittling to him.
You know, I feel bad.
I don't
for him.
belittle him either.
I feel
Yeah,
bad. for him, but
Exactly.
yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. So
It's
like
like
when they're trying to
four.
talk to you, you got to be like understanding. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
Yeah. It's important
like
too, yeah.
once I was told when we used to have no uniform days, we had to bring in £1 and that goes towards charity. He
Yeah.
was the only person that used to come in
Uniform.
uniform, and I actually felt bad for him. I was like, hang on a second, why is it always him that doesn't come in uniform? He used to always say, "Oh, I forgot." I asked many people, and they said the same thing to me. His parents never gave him the £1 because they thought he was going to use it for drugs.
What kind of drugs are you buying for £1? What the hell?
Yeah,
Yeah, you can't buy
exactly.
many drugs with £1.
Yeah, that's a bit. I don't know about that one,
A
Chief.
single strand of weed.
Yeah, you can't even get that for £1, Rob. You get the plastic bag it comes in, not the actual
Yeah.
drug.
Just the smell that it was left in the bag for a
One
little
sniff,
bit,
The
yeah.
and then you get
aromas.
the bag.
The
Residue,
aroma.
Anyway,
cocaine particles. All right, do you want me to tell the other one, or do you want someone else want to
nah,
go?
let's
We,
move on. Let's move
yeah,
on.
should we move on and then come back to it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I can tell my one afterwards. All right, who's next? Sohna, you?
Okay.
Any stories?
I've got a few
From
now.
primary school, I've got two main stories.
Go on.
Go on.
The first one is that it was like the highlight of my year 5 moment, right? I was in year 5, I think, or year 6, I'm not sure. And basically, there was this girl that I really liked, right?
Oh Jesus
I had a
Christ!
proper,
Ooh.
I had a proper
Ooh.
crush on the girl.
Oh yeah, I forgot you're
we-
weird. You had crushes in year 5, bro. What kind
Yeah,
of? What
that's
kind of?
normal, man.
It's
That's
not
normal.
normal, bro.
Anyway, no, you told me, you've just told us, Ibrahim, that you were always late to the party. I'm telling you right now, you're late to the party. Yeah.
All right, yeah, I
So
was pretty late to be honest.
basically, we were playing Truth or Dare,
Mm.
Right.
and I was playing it with one of my friends, and he basically dared me to go over there and slap her ass.
Oh no!
And
Oh
so
no!
I always have to do the dare, innit? I always have to do the dare. I'll always do a dare. I can't back off from the dare unless I get like criminally charged for it, right?
Oh
So
no!
So I went over there, but I had to ask her because I can't just randomly assault a person. So I had to ask her, "Can I slap your ass?" And she actually stood up and said, "Yeah, go on, do it." For no,
What?
I didn't tell her it was a dare. I didn't tell her it was a dare. She just said, "Yeah, go on, do it." And I was like, "Okay, fine," and I did it. Yeah, that was bad.
What?
That was very nice.
You're
Yeah,
living. You're living the dream.
yeah, that was properly nice as well. My proper crush. My
Did you
crush
win?
let me do it as well. Mad.
Did you get the crush? Did you get it? Did you pull the
What?
bag?
No, I can't be asked for that.
Oh
I don't
shit!
have the level of commitment for that, mate. Anyway, um, after that, I think, yeah, there was another story where basically there was this girl in my class, right?
Was it
Who'd
the
Yeah.
same one?
She'd sworn, and when she swore, she was one of those girls that it's like not normal to swear. So when she does, it's like a big deal, isn't it?
Oh yeah.
Right? So when she did swear, yeah, I was like, oh, I'm gonna tell the teacher. Obviously, I was joking, innit? And I was
Ooh.
basically like, oh, I'm gonna tell the teacher that you swore, and then she started crying.
Oh no!
Oh, sad.
And she was like, please don't tell the teacher. I'll do anything you want. And I said, oh, well, you have to do whatever I want then. And she was
Oh,
like, okay,
you are
fine,
waste
fine.
then.
And then
You're a
straight
snake.
away, I said it's a joke. Of course, I'm not going to tell anyone, right? I was just joking. You don't have to cry, I promise. I'm not going to ask you to do anything, right?
Yeah.
So, fair enough. And then the next day, when I come into school, I get taken out of class, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
And the teachers basically said that I've been anonymously tipped for bullying.
Oh my god!
Right, so I've been bullying someone ruthlessly.
You've just brought up so
Oh,
many
God.
memories that I wanted to keep secret about
So
myself.
I was
too.
basically like, "What? But I haven't bullied anyone. Like, I don't like bullying. Like, it's not a good thing." And then she basically said that I was bullying the girl, right? And so basically, I had to reveal that I heard her swear
Okay.
in order to like basically absolve myself. And I also had to say that I was just joking about the whole thing. I wasn't gonna make her do anything. I wasn't gonna tell anyone. It was literally just a joke, right? But they
Right.
didn't. They obviously didn't take lightly to that still. So they made me write a letter of apology. The whole day I wasn't in lesson. They just
Oh
made
my
me write a
days.
letter of an apology to her. And if I made a mistake, like a spelling mistake or something, or an error, they made me write it all over again.
What kind of school did you go to? They never did that for me.
And so, but obviously, when I was younger, this is before I developed my like
Yeah.
wit and like
Wit.
you know
Super.
and my
Narcissism.
and my competitive nature. Because if I was doing it now, I would have laughed at them and left the room, innit? But
Narcissism, bro.
now just follow the you follow the teacher, and so I did it and then left, and then the whole day was over, and then I came home and I told my mum, and my mum was absolutely seething. I felt like she was gonna kill everyone, and then so she basically. So my mum got really angry, and then she contacted all the rest of my family, and some of them happened to be teachers, like proper,
Oh my
like
god.
head teachers across other schools, right?
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
And so,
Power.
so I think two of my uncle and my auntie came, who were both teachers, and they came to school, and they basically said they wanted to talk to the head teacher,
Yeah.
and they basically sat in the meeting room with the head teacher, like dead silent, and they brought out like a notebook and a pen, and they basically the head teacher was just there with a glass of water looking at them, and they were ruthlessly asking question after question after question after question, and like criticizing every answer that she gave. Every single answer. Like,
Did
don't
you
you think
start
there's a better
crying?
way to handle this? Don't you think this could be considered bullying against a child? Don't you think you're abusing Sohna? Don't you think you're doing this? Maybe there's a better way to handle the situation. Are you sure all the teachers got all the facts of what happened? Didn't you hear when Sohna said it was just a joke? Do you not believe him? Were you just being vindictive? And she was just sitting there, like, with her eyes wide open, just drinking the water,
Oh
like,
my
not
god.
answering. And basically, yeah, my auntie and uncle destroyed the school, and then
Wow.
yeah, it was never
Nuked
mentioned
it.
again. It was
Bro,
very funny.
I had the exact opposite situation happen to me. Like I used to get bullied bears, like proper bears. And the teachers would just be like, alright, split up. That's it. That's the entire thing. How did you get a letter to be written for you? What? Oh my god.
Yeah, because I was like, I think it was because she. I'm not gonna lie, yeah, I'm not sexist, but I think it was because she was a girl and she was crying. That was
Yeah,
it.
I can see that. I can see that.
And so it's a boy, a big scary boy, has made the little girl cry, and therefore he must be in the wrong. So we have to like
I,
punish him properly.
I remember
So
I got
yeah,
in trouble. I got in trouble for telling them that I got bullied. Like that literally got me in trouble. So I'm surprised. Literally,
stop
because
telling tales.
yeah, stop,
Stop telling tales.
stop snaking it. And then when you did snake it and you said, and they were like, "Oh, just split up." Then obviously they knew that you told. So then you get even more bullied. Honestly, Barley Lane Primary School. Don't send your kids there ever. Honestly, they were so horrible. They made my life hell. What a place. All right.
Yeah, I have a similar story for secondary school, but I'll save that till later.
All right. Cool. That's Junaid's turn or Salad's turn. Who's going next?
Let's go Salad because he's next in line, innit?
All right, Salad.
Well, quite similar story to Sohna. You know, it was in assembly in primary school,
Mm.
and I thought, you know, sometimes you hear your name being called, but no one actually says it.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
Sometimes,
Yeah,
So
yeah,
I looked behind me for like a second or two. That's it. And then the teacher called me out, and I was so confused. I was thinking, you talking to me? I was literally like, I literally was like, "Well, no, you talking to me?" And
Yeah.
so then I arrived. I'm thinking, I don't know what the hell I did wrong. I didn't do anything. Apparently, I was talking. I mean, my lips weren't moving. Maybe I had big teeth, so they were probably sticking out. And they thought I was talking.
Wow.
And yeah, so then I got into trouble for something I didn't do. And then yeah, I was crying. I was thinking I got in trouble for no reason or anything. And then my mom came to pick me up and took me to my dad. And then my dad got really pissed off. And he got out of the car, he took me with the teachers, and he started getting angry with the teachers, saying I did nothing wrong.
You guys are making me
Okay.
jealous, bro. My
Yeah,
parents
I
did
know.
nothing like that ever.
The best moment of my life.
Don't blame him.
The best moment of my life. I was so happy
It
with
is.
my dad.
It is pretty satisfying, isn't it? When you know, like,
Oh.
you've been wronged and you get justice for it. You see the
Yeah.
justice.
You guys are making me so jealous right now. Oh my god. Bro, where was all this? I was on my own, bro. What? My parents didn't do anything.
I'm not gonna lie, bro. Your parents sound evil, so
Oh my
But,
god.
like,
You know
like
what?
that.
When it comes to school, primary school, there's 3 places you can turn to. Your parents, your teachers, or your friends.
All your
I had
friends.
0 friends. The teachers put me in trouble for telling on them, and my parents didn't care. So I had nothing, bro. I had nothing. This is so sad.
Oh, that reminds me of a snowball fight as well in primary school.
Tell it, bro.
Yeah.
Then we'll get to
But he
Junaid
said
after.
like when he said like friends in it, and I
Yeah.
got basically I was in my group of friends and someone threw a snowball at me, and then they all just turned around and started picking snowballs and throwing it in random directions to see who threw it. So funny. Back when it used to snow, now it doesn't.
I remember, yeah, it
Global
snowed in
warming.
our school too. That was fun. Now it doesn't snow, yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, Junayd, tell us your
Junaid,
story.
you've had a long time to think, bro.
Right. So
It better
once
be a,
I'll
it better
take
be
it
a
up.
banger. I'm not gonna
Yeah,
lie.
better be a solid
Oh,
story, bro.
I've got
so
loads.
was that
But
Thursday? That
I've got
Thursday?
shut up. I've got loads, but
I
I'll
was-
start off with this one only because it's the start from what I can remember. So in year 3, I was lining up to go into class from break,
Hmm.
and my teacher, she was didn't really know her properly, but after that, she was a proper like she was like a proper waste man, and basically we were lining up, and you know when you get those people that like they're not looking in front, and then like everyone else has gone in, and they just started running towards the door.
Yeah.
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 So that person, they were actually in front of me, and I said like, "Look, you've got to go." They started running, and they tripped on the laces and fell, and like the rest of the line just collapsed. He just came up to me. She goes, "Junayd, detention." I was crying that whole day. I'm like, look, I didn't even do anything, yeah? That's not even fair. I've never heard of someone getting a detention in this school as well.
Well, yeah,
Yeah?
like in year 3, detention.
Yeah,
That's a bit mad.
three it was.
In Bali
And
Lane, they had detentions for year 2s as well. That was like a thing.
and so the day actually came, it was actually the next day I was gonna have the detention, but at the same time, so break,
Hmm.
I was being told, oh yeah, the head teacher and the deputy teacher are gonna be there. That's why I was crying. Because they were super strict.
Oh.
Yeah.
So
Do you
break
remember
came.
when? Do you remember when detention used to be like a proper big deal?
Yeah,
Yeah.
now no one cares. I've
Yeah.
received
Oh
so many.
no, I got detention. Detention after school. All right, cool, miss. Don't worry, innit? Like,
Yeah.
that's it.
So I turned up at the room where I was being told, "Oh, this is a detention really quick place here." They're not there. I was told, "Oh, they're all really going to be there." Wait about 10 minutes, they're not there. Then the second deputy in line, um, she came with like a group of kids. She was going to take them back to class. She's like, "What are you waiting there for?" We're like, "Oh, we've got a detention." She's like, "So who's holding it?" Told her who was holding it, and she was like, "Oh, you know what? Because they're not here, I'll take it for you." I was crying still, and this woman, she just started talking to me normally, asking me, "Oh, do you think it was appropriate what you done? How do you feel about the whole situation? What would you have done if what would you have done instead of telling them, oh look, go? What other ways could you have told them to go?" In the end, you know what? I'll just say it was me, just so I can get it over and done with.
Right, yeah.
That's deep, man. You know, I feel like some teachers really don't belong in teaching,
Definitely.
right?
Yeah.
Like they don't know how to handle children. Oh,
I
that
could-
that
And then,
reminds me of
and then, a few months later, the teacher left.
I can think of a
Right.
million stories of teachers being absolute dicks. Like there were so many.
There's one
Every story.
you won't believe this here, but it's a true story. There's one teacher in my school. You don't even need to blow the name because I hate her and I want her to find this. Right? Her name was Miss Treadwell. You heard that, internet? Miss Treadwell. She's evil,
Miss
right?
Treadwell.
And
You
basically,
hear that, Miss Treadwell?
I
We
thought
hate you.
she was terrible to me, like as a human being, not as just a teacher. As a human
Yeah.
being, she was terrible, right? And
Right.
basically, when I came home one day, my uncle, because he'd gone to the same school, my same primary school as me, he said that he remembered Miss Treadwell. And one day when he was leaving the school, right, because he was leaving the primary school, she pushed him over, right? She pushed him over and picked up his bag and chucked it in the bin.
What?
I know, you don't believe it, innit? Because it's a teacher, but she actually did that to my uncle when he was young, that as a kid. And so
I
Oh,
swear
he's
you get
like,
fired for that.
he's infinitely remembered her as like, I think she was racist. I can't lie. I think she might have been racist. She might have been. I'm not sure. because
But that sounds like someone who'd be.
It's like,
You should start with that.
it's more likely that she was just such a cranky woman with no
Oh
like
yeah, life.
prospects.
Yeah. I don't get
Yeah.
teachers like that. Like, because I feel like a teacher is like 50% of like your enjoyment of the subject. So why are these cranky old bastards teaching, man? Go do
Yeah.
something else. You're
If you
ruining
don't
a
wanna
kid's
teach,
like
why are you
perception.
teaching? You know what I mean? Yeah.
I used to love history until I got a teacher that I really hated, and like it wasn't because he was like strict. It was just because he was incompetent as hell. Like, you know how you have FA grades, like FA grade 1, 2, 3, and 4.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
4 is like really bad, and 1 is good. Well, he thought
Yeah.
4 was a good thing, so he gave everyone a 4.
yes, I remember that.
He gave the whole class a 4, and then he was so bad at teaching, like he literally he couldn't hear anyone. Like it was like his hearing aids or something.
Yeah, he had to have hearing aids.
Yeah, he couldn't hear anyone talk, and then his explanations, he used to like ramble a lot as well, so no one knew what he was saying, and he ruined history for me. I used to love history, and he ruined it for me. The teachers make like such a huge impact.
You guys know about my old school, innit?
No.
Yeah, the
I
one where
told you
the
about
head
it,
teacher
how-
got embezzled.
Yeah.
You wanna tell that story?
Terrible school.
You wanna
Huh?
tell it?
What school is it?
Am I even allowed to say it? Because they might actually sue me or something for like.
No,
Nah,
please,
I
yeah,
don't think
no.
so.
wow,
Just
what's
Ah,
that?
type it in.
Ibrahim, I'll just type it in. Yeah, I type
Do
it
you wanna
in.
blur it? Should I blur it?
I
Nah,
type
we'll
it
type
on.
in. We'll type in.
I type it on the debate one.
Okay.
The debate, okay.
The people
Uh,
in
so
this
basically-
Discord are gonna look at this and be like, "What's with all these names that are randomly here?"
Well, when I explain it,
Yeah.
when I explain it, it'll probably be really bait which school it is anyway. So when basically this school the building wasn't really a school. It was a clock mill. It was a 250-year-old clock mill.
Right.
And so obviously it'd been refurbished and all that, but not completely. So like it was still like breaking down in some areas. The old wood was there. I promise you, I remember seeing in some of the wood, like wooden like parts of the ceiling, there's like a wooden beam that goes across it for support,
Yeah.
Yeah.
right? In the corner of one of those there was like a big hole, and in the hole I promise that there was a rat skeleton.
Oh
Yeah.
no.
The skeleton of a rat there, just like
Ooh.
standing up. So like I don't know how the rat died, but it was
Okay.
standing up when it died. Clearly.
Disgusting.
Another one was when one of my friends, blur his name, Ibrahim. When I say it,
Alright.
yeah, his name was right. And
Okay.
when we got lunch, he opened up his jacket potato and a dead spider fell out.
Oh,
Yeah, so
That reminds me of Barley
roasting-
Lane. I'll tell that too.
A roasting
Oh,
dead
it's like
spider
that.
fell out. Like, can you imagine all the smoke coming off it and everything?
Oh.
Don't say that.
Anyway, yeah, but those aren't. I got some funny stories from that. So there's another story here. It's quite sexual, right?
Oh, beautiful.
Go on then.
Right.
Go on.
I promise this is not a theme. It's just I'm trying to think of memorable moments in my school career.
Okay.
These just keep
Go
coming up. Yeah.
Yeah.
So when I was in, obviously you guys know I love debating, innit?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So
I'm
I was
more
in
than
the
aware.
I was in a debate room and I was sitting down on a chair and I was with my team, and in the front row I was sitting with my I was manspreading because obviously you don't wanna crush-
Oh.
you don't want to crush your balls, innit? That's
I
normal.
remember this.
BuzzFeed.
And so there
Yeah, the
on
knob.
the rows next to me there were loads of girls sitting next to me.
Yeah, the
Oh.
knob.
Okay, so when you get an erection
Yeah, knob.
that has no reason for it. There's no reason
Yeah.
for it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Knob.
It just happens and you can't control it, but you got to do your best to hide it.
We all had that, yeah.
So that happened while I was spreading my legs, but I didn't really think about it. It was
Oh,
just there,
dear.
so I was like, oh, whatever. But obviously, something must have been visible because the girl next to me looked at me and she was blushing.
Hmm.
Whoa.
So I was like, right,
damn.
I see the problem. I see the problem. So I had to close my legs and pretend like nothing happened. And after the debate, I had to go up to her and explain to her what happened, right? Because obviously you can't just leave someone on that, like. And I basically told her that it was just like it just happened, and I'm like sorry. And she asked if it was because she was sexy.
Oh, that's a huge ego you
what's
had to
the
fill
name?
right there, bro.
And I was like, I do not know how to respond to this question. If I say no, I don't want you to be insulted. if I say yes, I don't want it to seem like I'm some.
Weird.
I want to pursue a relationship with you.
So lose.
So I
Yeah.
just turned around and walked away.
You just said nothing.
I said nothing and walked away. Yeah.
Yeah,
I think
good.
that's the best.
Nice. That just makes it seem like it was a yes.
I didn't say any. I don't know what to do. Anyway, yeah, she cozied up to me quite a lot during the last year.
Oh, you fumbled the bag
She was
again.
She was a proper Catholic, proper Catholic. So it's really
Oh.
funny because we would always debate about God, and I'd tell her that you believe in an imaginary man in the sky, and she'd tell me you have no faith, you're gonna die alone, and I said,
Oh, I'm gonna use that one.
basically, yeah, that was a funny story. That
That's
school
good.
is so crap, though. I can't lie.
You gonna tell about the what was it, the principal embezzling funds or something?
Oh, yeah, okay. So I'm just gonna say his name because his name is there. It's out there.
You might as well. It's
right?
probably out there.
It's in articles. His name was Mr. Perks, right?
What a name?
And he was a head teacher of our school. And he was one of those, reclusive head teachers that you barely ever see. They just sometimes walk past your classroom and that's it. That's about as much
Oh, the
interaction
rebels.
as you get from them, right?
Mm.
That was Mr. Wilkinson, if you think yeah, remember.
Basically, I had left before this at some point. I'd left because I felt like the school was just terrible, and I'm glad I did. But after I left he basically got fired from his job because it turned out he had the school's credit card with him, and he was buying stuff. He was buying stuff for himself with the school credit card.
Now, where have I heard that story before?
So,
In
yeah,
very public affairs.
basically he got removed. My uncle's school took over his school. Isn't that funny?
Oh, that happened with
Okay.
Barley Lane. The head teacher of Grove took over Barley Lane. You know what? It's probably for the best. You know, it can't get any worse than what you've already described.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, it was
I
Barley
don't
Lane.
think. Yeah.
It
I
was
don't
Barley
think the
Lane Grove.
school was able to function by itself. So
Personally, I don't know why you didn't do sixth form there. That sounds like a great school. You could
did have a sixth form. They couldn't sort out the secondary school, but they had a sixth form too.
I'm not surprised, honestly.
There's so many stories from that school actually that I could talk about, but we should move on. Yeah.
I could tell the fish and chip story, but that's quite a long one. Like it's so I think we should probably. I could use it as an Ibrahim rant because I was gonna do that.
Ibrahim got married and divorced.
We'll
and
save it
that's
for the
Ibrahim
last
got
one.
married and divorced, yeah, over fish and chips.
We'll save it for the last one, but I want to ask if anyone else, like Sarabaj or
Yeah. We've given quite a
story.
few stories. We haven't really given you a lot of time to talk.
What you want?
I don't know
Wait, you want another story?
Yeah, go on.
One story that we've already heard is Junayd falling over from the
Oh,
comedy
shut
episode.
up!
I wish I was there. No.
It's in the comedy
Oh,
episode. You know what? I might chuck that in this one for the sake of it, but I don't know.
Fish.
Wait, Junaid, when is Thorpe Park?
When is it? 14th of July.
Are you sure?
You're positive.
We should
Okay,
debate
cool.
roller coasters at some point. I hate them.
Roller coasters are sick. They're the best thing ever. I'm gonna
Yeah,
go
they
on
make you
stealth
sick.
with
You're
Junaid.
right, they make you sick.
I'm gonna look at
Yeah.
Junaid's face when we're at the top of stealth, and he's gonna have that glassy-eyed look. I know.
Oh, really?
You know, look when Prey is about to get hunted, like that one. All right, who's telling
Anyway,
the
go on.
next story?
Junaid, tell us a story.
Junaid.
In year 7, geography, you know that. Okay, so I had a teacher with me. That sit next to me. I'm not going to say his name. But basically, he was there helping me out, and I was stuck. It was history, so I hated history. So I then asked him for help. I was like, "Sir, like, can I have your help?" Did this to me. I was like, "Sir, can I have your help?" Stop listening. So I then turned my head, and this guy's texting.
Oh.
So I slapped him in the face. I'm like, "Sir, I've asked you."
Whoa!
You
Yeah,
slapped him in the face.
Fast.
I slapped him in the face.
Don't lie. Don't
Slapped him in the face.
I swear on my mother's life, I slapped him in the
lie.
face.
There's no redemption from that. There's
Yeah,
no
Junaid,
way.
I don't know
you
if
could
you're the bad
possibly
guy or the good
justify
guy.
it. There's no way you can justify that.
I slapped him in the face. Yeah, I was like, "Look, I'm asking you for help here. That's your job. You're here to help me." Yeah.
Yeah.
He then wrote in a book that goes home, that went home to my parents. He wrote in a book, took the book with him, got up, left the class. About 10 minutes later, he came back. Yeah, I was like, "Where did you go?" He was like, "Oh, I was just on the phone to your mum. Told her everything that happened." I was like, "Fine." You want to go that way? I went home. I'm like, what happened? I was like, I slapped him. He goes, why? I was like, because I'm there asking for help and he's too busy texting the girl.
Did your mom take his side?
She took mine.
You make me jealous. Every one of you is making me jealous, bro.
I can't lie though, man. I'm sorry, I can't agree with the slap. I can't
Yeah.
agree with it.
That's kind of messed up.
You just assaulted someone, man.
Good.
You should have asked their permission
Good.
like I did. You should have asked their permission like I did.
Listen, yeah, I've actually done what you done without asking permission and it worked.
No,
Use your
man.
other
If I
hand.
did what I did without asking permission, I'd probably be in a very different place right now.
Oh man, you know how it would have ended for me. My parents would not take my side. They never take. I actually have a story about that as well. But
Your parents
I
would
have
forget you
so
existed, Ibrahim.
I have so many stories, man. We're already running out of time.
I don't got it.
It's
go on.
apparently we've been recording for 57 minutes right now.
Go on,
Oh.
Ibs, tell your story then, your fish and chips one.
That's very long.
Oh.
I don't know if we have time for it. I can tell a smaller one.
Go on.
Alright, I'll tell you the story about an operation we did called Operation Nitty Nick. I'm gonna have to blur that name.
Free smoke.
Okay,
I
so
thought free
basically, this guy, we'll call him N. Okay?
I've heard this.
Nicholas. We'll call him Nicholas. Nicholas was absolutely hated. Alright?
Oh, very bad.
He is
Hey,
hated.
Phantom.
He was hated by every single boy in our school. Like, he didn't have any friends that
What
were
was
boys.
He's so hated, he can't
secondary?
even choose a gender.
Yeah.
Sohna, you met him. You know who he is.
Oh, send the name.
I literally said at the beginning, the Nitty something. I'll send
Oh,
that.
dude.
Oh! Oh, is it?
Okay, so to tell this story, we have to go back a little bit to drama. So I had a drama class, and he was in this class along with Amir and Sammy, and you know those lot, right? EK
Yeah.
was there. Unfortunately, Sarah, Raj, and Raj weren't there. That's sad. But basically, they were there, and no one liked this guy. One of the things he did to me was I lost a loved one time, and he told me that he pissed on their grave.
Oh yeah, you told me that. Yeah, I remember hearing
Yeah,
about that.
so things this guy was he wasn't a very classed guy, you know. But basically, he had a YouTube channel called his name, Nicholas's Dark Humor. Obviously, replaced Nicholas with his actual name.
I'm gonna Google that right now.
It doesn't
Yeah.
exist anymore. He removed it. He deleted it.
Oh no, there must be a real upload somewhere.
So what some people did is before he deleted it, we managed to at least get his intro to his video.
Oh, yes,
so it was
the
like,
intro.
"What's up, guys? My name's Nicholas, and welcome back to my channel. What's good?" Basically, that's what we got, and we had it in audio format. So we had a school trip we had to go on, and we decided to create. We decided to create an operation to get revenge for what he's done to me, and we called it Operation Nitty Nicholas. We replaced Nicholas with his actual name, and basically what our plan was to take the audio and on our way back on the train, because we used the train, on our way back get everyone to get the audio on their phone and play it all at once in front of him.
Okay.
So because he'd already deleted his channel, and then we'd make fun of it. So that was the plan. We all went on our trip. We all did our thing. I was the only one to pull out my phone and play the audio in front of him on the train. So I was like,
And
"What's up, guys? My name's Nicholas." And obviously he's getting red. Everyone's laughing, right? And I'm like, "All right, this is revenge. This is revenge." No one else did it. Everyone else chickened out. So I was the only one who did it. Here's what happened. Here's the rub, though. Here's the rub. So we end the school trip, and then it ends. I forgot where it ends. I think it ends in
where was it?
Goodmays Station. Right, then
Where
we can go
did
our
you
own
go?
separate ways. What?
Where was the trip?
The trip was to a what's it called? A theater. I'm forgetting what we watched there. It might have been
Oh.
Noughts and Crosses. I'm pretty sure.
Was it
Salad? Do you
was it the
remember?
pantomime?
Oh
Was it
yeah,
pantomime?
we went to Elephant and Castle.
Yeah,
Oh,
I don't remember
yeah.
what we watched though. It was either Noughts and Crosses or
No, that Pip one. What's his name? Great
Paper one?
Expectations.
Great Expectations.
Oh,
Oh,
Great
yeah,
Expectations.
Great Expectations. It might have been Great Expectations then. Yeah.
Oh,
So we
Richie,
basically
Richie was in the cover, man. Richie was the main guy.
Richie. Yeah. What's it called? Noughts and Crosses was the one where Raj got drunk in off Lemon Shanty. That's another story we can't
Yeah.
tell because there's not enough time. All right. Well, basically, for this story, basically we end off at Goodmay Station, and me and this guy Nicholas and a bunch of others, we all go our separate ways, right?
Yeah.
And he's basically following me, And then when we reach near my house, he basically sprints past me, and like really, it's more like a fat waddle, really. And he runs to my house, knocks on my door. My mum answers it, and then he just like snakes me in it. He just tells me off. And this Nicholas guy, I've complained to him about my mum many times, right? I've complained about him many times. My mum knows he's not a good guy. So anyway, my mum like sympathizes. She's like, "Oh, okay, I'll tell him. Thank you for telling me. I'm very disappointed in him. You know what? Like that, like that." And then I come in. I'm like, "All right, this is the part of the story where my mum's like, okay, I'm gonna take your side, and we're gonna complain to his parents." That didn't happen. No, my mum instead sat me down and started telling me off. And I brought up the piss on the grave situation. I brought up all that stuff. None of it mattered. I didn't get in trouble, which is more than I could have expected, but I did get told off. So yeah, that's the story.
No, no, I don't blame you because those videos were stupid as well. Sohna, you know this guy, he was going through like vlogging basically, showing off. Oh yeah, this is what I do in the morning and stuff. You know, he made porridge, but
Yeah,
he basically made porridge and he mixed it with water.
porridge with water. Yeah,
That's gruel. That's gruel.
Yeah,
he
and
made
it
a
came
challenge.
out so thick and he still ate it.
He made a challenge,
Yes.
right? You know how you see on YouTube like challenge
That's
videos.
cool, man. You can't take the mick out of his taste when you have Ibrahim having red velvet cheesecake. So
Oh,
That's
come
nice.
on, bro! You're like the remote
Wait.
people. You just bring that up constantly.
putting eggs in dal. That's
But he
just
made
yeah.
he made like a challenge. You know when you see challenge videos, it's like, oh, starving myself for 48 hours, or like
That's him.
he
I
basically
could do
made a
that.
video saying, eating regular sized portions, or no, eating suggested portions for 24 hours. That was his challenge.
Wait, but he's not fat though.
He used to be.
That was the challenge. I don't even know what to say.
He used to be.
Is it?
Yeah, he
Yeah.
used to be. Yeah,
Wow. I really wish I could have talked to him more.
He,
I wish I talked to him less.
I think I would have enjoyed talking to him
You think so?
because I always like talking to. I like talking to crazy people. It's the way you
Don't
understand
we
the world. You get to understand the world a lot more when you look through the eyes of an insane person.
He was so insufferable. You know how, like, you know him, right? You know how he only has friends that are girls. He has no friends that are guys.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That's the reason.
Yeah.
It's because of his attitude like that.
I've actually talked to some of the girls that he's friends with, and I asked them if he's gay. No, but they're not sure though. They don't. They assume he is.
I
The
always
girls
assume
are
that he's
more-
trans.
The girls are really nice, but it's just him that's just a waste man.
That reminds me
yeah,
of
I
another
don't think-
time.
I don't think you know the girls very well either, Junayd.
There's,
No,
oh
dude.
no, have you seen him
Yeah.
at break time? He's always going to him, bruv.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
know-
yeah.
You know,
But
you know
after he leaves, I'll always ask them, "Is he gay?" And they'll be like,
Maybe.
Ibrahim,
Yeah.
you know once, you know how you can't open the door from outside in the
Which door?
study room.
Oh
in
yeah,
the study
stadium.
room, the one at the back. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I was outside, yeah, and I'm knocking on the door and no one's coming. So then I
Yeah.
have a look through the window and he's sitting there. I'm like, "Can you open the door?" He's like, "No, you have to go around the other side." I'm like, "Bruv, you're right there. You just open it."
What
Yeah?
a dick.
He's like, "Nah, I'm not opening it." Yeah. So I'm like, "Fine." One of the girls actually gets up and then opens it. Yeah. I then go inside and I actually come in and I'm like, "Look, next time if I ask you to open the door, you flip it open it."
What a
You
dick,
know,
man.
since-
Honestly.
you know, since then he has not said a word to me.
He acts like a dick for the sake
Yeah.
of it. I don't
You know,
want to backchat him too much now
Oh,
because
you
obviously he's
guys-
gone. But
"You guys know, yeah." I'm gonna say his name, yeah. So blur it out, Ibrahim.
thank you for giving me more work to do.
You're welcome. You know,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, him. Oh boy.
I always like arguing with him, innit? Because I like debating him because he's a proper devout Muslim. And I
Yeah,
can't lie, Ibrahim. Yeah, I've got him.
He's
I've got him.
What's
I've
going on in
got
the
him-
background?
He's
I've
not
got
a
him.
Muslim.
Well,
Well,
one
he
of you
believes-
is talking,
Quran.
bruv.
He believes in the
Sorry.
Quran.
Yeah.
Anyway,
What are you talking about?
I got him all the way up to becoming an atheist, yeah, by talking to him. The only thing that's stopping him from not believing, yeah, is that he's afraid that he'll go to hell. That's the only thing.
Yeah, but if he
So he's
doesn't believe,
literally-
then he what?
He's literally playing the odds. he's hoping that he's got the right one, the right God. But it's more than likely that he's pissed off the right God, isn't it? If you just look at the
Oh
odds,
yeah,
you know.
Yeah, the odds are not in
That's-
his favor.
That's why I recommend praying to 7 gods, 7 days a week, different gods. One day do Ganesha, one day do Allah, one day do Yahweh, and
Yeah, but
then
that's
you're
not
playing
allowed
the
in
odds.
Islam, bro. That's pissing off Islam because you can't have multiple gods.
They're all the same God, though.
Nah,
That's
but you're
true.
associating partners.
The
It wouldn't
con-
work.
The
And you can't believe
the
in
con-
Christianity either because of Christ. He's the Son of God. That wouldn't work.
But the concept of God is still the same throughout every religion. It's the creator of the universe. If
Yeah,
Allah
but
is
the
the creator of the
Shahada wouldn't
universe,
work. The Shahada
then
wouldn't
he
work.
is equivalent. He's equivalent to Brahma, and he's equivalent to Waheguru, and he's equivalent to the
Mm.
Tao. Same thing. They're the same thing. It's just you've given your own name to it.
Personally, I think
Right.
you should believe. You should pray to a different person like one day every month, like, and the different sects, like one day Muslim Shia, one day Muslim Sunni, then Catholic, then Protestant, then Methodist. Then you gotta keep going, keep going.
Exactly.
Keep going.
And
Eventually, you
then
hit the mark.
when you die, God can't blame you.
Yeah, you tried
He
all the
can't
sources.
say,
Yeah.
"Well, you tried." Except Islam doesn't let you do that, though, innit? Because if you
It-
leave, you have to get beheaded. So
Islam is well, we did religion already, so here's what I'm gonna do. In the Ibrahim rants that I'm gonna work on now that I have time. First, I'm gonna do the airport one because I've been wanting to do that one for so long. Then I'm gonna tell this story,
Oh,
like the fish and chip story, and
You
like
know-
in loads of detail. Like I'll do
you know,
that.
it'd be really cool, yeah. You know,
Yeah.
it'd be really cool. I think this would be just a thing for me and Ibrahim, though. Unless you guys want to join, yeah. We can
Yeah.
literally just sit there and have people call in and try and debate us with God.
Yeah, but we don't have enough fans to call in.
I would literally just anyone. We could literally recruit people from our school to call us.
I'm down for that. You know what? We're gonna go to university. There's probably gonna be a few debating societies. Get some people.
Yeah, definitely.
Get some
I'm
people in.
gonna join
Yeah,
one of
why
them.
not? That could
Anyway.
work.
Yeah.
They're calling like a
Uh,
live stream thing. That'd be cool.
Oh, I used to be on Report. Do you guys know what Report is?
Oh, I was on report once, but for not doing my homework.
What do
Oh,
you
would you like Report? Like, could you even imagine me being on Report?
No, that's what I'm saying. What did you do?
Yeah, what'd you do?
I've forgotten what I did. I've actually.
I didn't hand
forgotten
in
what
my
I did.
homework. That's what got me on report in year 7. That was like the only time.
You know that school brought out the worst in me. You know that terrible.
You know,
School.
you know. I've got to say that one thing that actually doesn't annoy me. Yeah, I am still annoyed with her till this day. I don't care if I say her name or not. She is a kuti. Let's just put it that way. Yeah. Miss Chowdhury, English. I don't know
Oh.
I don't know what kind of drug she's on, but nah. You know, once she was handing out test papers, like ones we'd already done. So mine's the top. She has a look, and she's like, "So basically, what I want you guys to do is highlight that certain phrases and then change it up and all of that crap." Yeah. She's like, "Okay, so I'm going to show you an example. I'm going to pull up this one. It was mine."
Oh no.
And she didn't say it was mine. And she was like, "Okay, I'm not going to use this one because this result is too low." She puts it to the side. She puts it to the side. Then uses the next one.
Damn.
That's a
And
vibe.
then no, the thing is, she said that, and then she said straight after, "Yeah, it's yours, Junayd." In front of
You
everyone.
know what? I wish I'd spent more time with her too. You know, we could have had so many interesting conversations.
I used to be a
Yes.
favorite. I remember I used to be a favorite.
There's so many teachers that you guys have talked about, yeah. That there was an RE teacher apparently that tried converting all the Muslims to Christianity. I
Who was
wish
that?
I'd talked to them. I wish.
She used to love me. I remember Miss Chowdhury used to be like one of my favorites. I remember, like, cause I listened to her and like joined the library and shit, and she like proper took that. She's like, "Yo, this kid, he's listening to me," and then eventually I just quit.
You know, actually, I guys should tell you a story. Yeah, one last story.
I've got one too. Yeah.
When I
Well, that's
came
used to gripe
to
more than a story.
when I came to sixth form, this is the first thing that happened when I came to the sixth form. So I was brand new, right?
Hmm.
And basically, you know how they do like a day where they get you all like in and they tell you all the names of the teachers and the protocol, and it's just a day dedicated to that. The inset
Wasn't that
day.
external only?
The inset day, I think.
Was that external only?
I think so.
Yeah.
So. Right?
All right. Yeah.
And so basically, no, it was internal too. It was
Oh,
both
then or was it the one where we all had to wear masks and like you were with salad on the other side of the road?
No, I was a year before you lot.
Oh right, yeah, that makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah. And so basically, I remember we had to do activities, and there was one, the classic making a bridge out of straws with like plastic tape,
Oh, I
and I
never did
was
that.
like, yeah, boring
Rona.
stuff, and I was like, oh my gosh, this is so. I don't want to do anything. And then basically, after everyone had put their hand up for the activities, the Miss Troll, I remember, said the rest of you can go to the drama studio because we're going to be having a debate there. And I was like,
Whoa, you're right up
straight
your alley.
away.
Right up your
And
alley.
yeah. I was like, oh yeah, I'll act all innocent, but I'm going to be a shark, right? And
Yeah.
so basically, when we got to the drama studio, we had to debate about whether something about Disney characters, about whether they're like
Disney.
culturally misappropriating stuff.
Was it Disney
And
princesses?
I can't lie to you, right there and then I wrote like a comprehensive like essay on the history of Disney and what it means. I even film theory, Matt Pat.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he's
On
good.
YouTube, I fully brought up his like examining because he goes into depth in it. So I brought up his results about Disney princesses. Fully
You
went
cited
out.
your sources, bro.
And I properly cited my sources, and I went to town. I properly debated these people. I basically said Disney has no room for female leaders. If you do mention a movie like Brave or something with a female leader, then she only talks for about 12% of the movie. So most of the talking is still done by men. So Disney is like misogynistic and all this
No way
stuff.
you went on the misogynistic side.
I had to, innit? And it was a harder one to
Oh,
argue.
Sohna, you
It was
betrayed
the
the
harder one to
boys.
argue. I'll always go with the harder one to argue unless I feel passionately about it.
You betrayed the
And then
boys, Sohna. You
basically,
betrayed the
Miss
boys.
Troll was like, she was amazed. And she said like, "What's my name?" And I was like, "Whatever." And then she gave me
Whatever.
these things called chattywags. What chattywags?
Oh
Does
yeah,
anyone know?
Chaddywags. I've only heard that once. I've never even heard what that is.
She gave me loads of them. She gave me like, but I never knew what to do with them. What do you even do with them? It's like
What are they?
it was like Monopoly money, but for the school.
I've never seen them ever be used for anything.
They were never used. I didn't know what to do. So she gave me loads of paper, which I assume is meant to mean something, but it was never used and it went in the bin.
Oh, lovely. You should have sold it, bro, for profit.
It's true.
Chaddywag.
It's true.
Yeah, that was a good story.
Nice, just flexed on everyone. I was gonna talk about how in English one of the things I hated was when you had to write a story to a celebrity or like write a letter to a celebrity because I don't know any celebrities whatsoever. I don't know any of them.
I have to tell you something.
You don't need to know a celebrity to like write to
No,
one.
because like I remember I picked Gordon Ramsay because I that's the only one I knew at the time, right? And
I remember that.
I basically wrote like with all the techniques and stuff. So I basically did what the essay was about. And then Miss comes up to me, she's like, "All right, well this is a good essay, but Gordon Ramsay wouldn't just come here. You have to discuss how because he's very famous, he's very busy." I was like, I just used the techniques he wanted me to use. What do you mean? What? I didn't have to be specific about it. I don't know a thing about Gordon Ramsay. Oh man, I hated it so much.
Well, did you mention like cooking and his
Yeah, that's the only
profanity?
thing. I at the time, obviously now I know more about him, but at the time I didn't know anything about him. I didn't even know if he had
Oh,
like a
right.
family or nothing. But I just
What year group? What year group are you?
It was
year
a
9,
10.
year 8 maybe.
You
No,
should
it's
know
10
some
because it was
celebrities
me.
then.
I have
Like,
no
that's-
interest.
It was-
I still have no interest in celebrities whatsoever.
If I
I-
was writing to Gordon Ramsay, I would say that I
can't
strongly
cook.
believe that you can insult people without using swear words.
Wow, you
And that
donkey!
using swear words is lazy. Try and hurt their core without using swear words. That's a real talent right there.
Do you think he writes his own insults, or do you think he gets someone to write him?
Both.
What
The
Probably.
donkey one is definitely original.
about the idiot sandwich?
I'm telling you, someone wrote that for him. I'm
What
telling
are you? An idiot sandwich?
If someone told me, if he did that to me, I'd actually like be in jail for assault. I'm not joking. That guy would
I think that's
actually
fake.
get
I
hit.
think that was
I
fake.
would be cussing him out so mad, it's ridiculous. Seriously. I would like, how dare you disrespect another human being like that? Who do you think you are, you tall blonde prick? You know?
I could just imagine you're like, what are he's like, what are you? And you just like you're like a knuckle sandwich, and you just punch him. I could just imagine.
Anyway, yeah.
All right,
Looks a bit
nice.
like a prune.
By the way, you know the Ibrahim rants thing. You guys are free to do it as well. Like it doesn't have to just be me. By the way, if you don't want to, If you want to just sit in front of a thing by yourself and talk about something that no one else wants to talk about, and then you can just do it, and like you're free to. I need to do mine still.
I
But
might
yeah.
I might do one for God, religion.
Might do one for because we're not
Yeah.
gonna talk about religion again, are we?
Bring up different arguments and like how to
Dismiss them.
debunk. Because even though I'm not religious, yeah, I find it so interesting.
Religion is
Because
great, yeah. Debate as a
because-
debating topic.
Religion is our first attempt at trying to explain stuff that we didn't understand. It was the first attempt we had.
Yeah, humans
Right.
have such a huge habit of like making things seem like supernatural when we don't know what they are.
Of course, yeah.
Like we
and-
believe that the sun was pulled up by
Science-
chariots and that diseases were caused by curses, and you had to drill a hole in the skull to get rid of the bad skull, like bad
Spirits.
curses, yeah, spirits, things like that. And like when we discover before germ theory and stuff, we've always had a habit
Yeah.
of doing that. It's kind
I
of
think-
sick.
Arthur C. Clarke. Arthur C.
because
Clarke.
it's
Yeah.
because it's our first theory, it's also our worst theory. You know,
Yeah.
we should get rid of it. We don't need it anymore. We don't use, I don't know, we don't use
It's a
grandfather
tradition.
clocks to tell the time. You
Mhm.
just pick up your phone now. Like,
It's tradition, I guess. It's,
Or your Apple Watch, I guess.
yeah.
Except
So
I don't
it's
have
like, yeah. Anyway, yeah, I might join you, Ibs, with that, but I might do my
one. Good
own
idea,
version.
definitely. The rules are basically the way it's supposed to be a short form of content. The rules are has to be 20 minutes or less because otherwise there's no
Yeah.
point. You might as well make it like long thing, and it has
Yeah.
to be something that we don't discuss on the podcast normally. Like my first
Right,
one is going to be a story about airplanes and my terrible experience with them, which isn't like which. Remember I asked you a lot, and you were like, "No, I don't want to do it. I don't want to talk about that." So I'll just do about that myself. Things like that. And anyone can take part. It doesn't even have to be the people in the school right now. Like Suleiman could take part if he wanted to. Things like that.
Yeah, alright.
I think that's a cool idea. I'm definitely gonna work on that someday.
Anyway,
Can I
I think
do
we
that
should
one
finish
too?
off now.
Yeah.
Can-
Any
can I
last
talk
words you
about-
want to say? Let's talk about like our final words for school. Anything? Any final goodbyes you want to say about
Wait.
school?
Can I talk about porn stars?
No.
Knock yourself
No.
out, bro. No. What's the vote?
Well, it
Junayd, tie up
depends.
the
Who
vote.
are you
Junayd,
gonna
what's the
name?
vote?
Who are you gonna name? Tell me.
Oh, don't worry. Don't worry.
Tell me the name. Nah, text me the
Oh,
name.
I'll text you all the day.
If you text me a name that I respect, yeah, I'll let you talk about it.
Okay, hold on.
Well, who gave you the authority on the names, bro?
I'm co-creator, fella.
Oh,
Well, that's
alright,
good.
cool then.
Hey, go on,
Seriously,
Junayd, have
we've
you
just
got
been
any-
writing names on the Discord. The people going on Discord and be so confused, like why are they just random
No, you
names on
can
here?
text me personally. Text me personally.
No.
No, tell me as well. Tell me as well, Freddie. I want to know.
I'll tell you.
I wish to know.
I got a really good one.
That is disgusting.
Go. Oh, so even Richard's getting in on the fun.
Love you.
Right.
Hey, sorry, bro. I can't lie. Yeah,
yeah.
there's elite.
Sorry,
That's elite taste right there. I can't lie.
you're not on the Sigma grind set, bro.
What do you think? What do you think?
That was elite. That was a very good name. It was a very
Thank
good name.
you.
That was very, I'll send you one name and I'll see if
That's
you
cool.
can like.
All right. You guys need to get a room. You know, you guys need to.
I'm joking. No, Ibrahim, it's research. It's research purposes.
Research. Have you deemed it worthy enough?
Anyway, yeah, Junayd, have you got any other final words to say about school? Now that
No.
you're finished. Good, I like that. Short and succinct.
I got one.
Sarah Brudge?
Saw a guy come for a chair. He got sent to the store.
Oh, was that 10 weeks?
Yeah, that. Yeah.
By the way,
Yeah,
you know
well,
Junayd?
that's fine.
Salah just signed a long-term deal with Liverpool now, right?
Honestly, yeah, I know.
Bloody hell.
350k a week.
Yeah. Anyway,
I think Gareth Southgate deserves a pay rise.
shut up, Ibrahim. Last words. I'm glad that school is over, but I feel lost now.
Yeah.
God,
It's kind
you
of
have got-
comforting. It's kind of comforting to have that thing that you have to go to every like week, sort of. You know.
Yeah,
Even though it's a
now
hassle.
there's too much time.
All right, mine is they say that school is like the best years of your life, and I'm excited to see if that's actually true because it's changed for me all the time. Because primary school is supposed to be the best years, but for me that was the worst. And then secondary school is supposed to be the best years, but now people say that university is supposed to be the best. So I'm very curious to see like what is the truth and what isn't.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
I guess we'll find out. Maybe the podcast will still be running by the time we're done with uni. Who knows?
Yeah, maybe. Alright, see you later, boys.
Good night, lads. If you enjoyed, make sure to pop that like button. I don't know how you do it.
No, don't do that. Don't
All
do
right, let me
I
press
think that's
let me slash leave it. Hang on. I used the proper command this time as well. Do you see that? I
Do
did it
that-
first
do
try.
that. Do the little animation for subscribe where the little mouse goes over and clicks it.
Oh yeah. Oh my god, it's so easy to slash leave now. It's amazing. This is so
Guys,
cool.
Don't forget to click to the like button and subscribe for more content. There you go. That's how you do it.
Smash the like button. All right, you've been watching
Smash that
Infallible.
like button. Smash
Lick
it
the
hard.
like button. Destroy that like button. I feel like there's something we should be doing at the beginning.
Your mum.
I feel like. Yeah. Anyway, I've got to go now. See you later, children.
All right, well, you've been watching Infallible.
we've
We'll
got
see you next time.
We're
Bye
all
for now.
adults now.
Hey,
All
that's it.
adults now.
All right, stop talking. Say goodbye.
Bye. Bye.
Bye bye. Did it work?
Craig has no, it has not worked.
It didn't leave. For fuck's sake. I literally just said it's easy to make
Oh,
it leave.
Junayd, hop on PlayStation.
Yeah, sure. I just want to go for a wee.
Oh, cool.